Hi everybody and welcome to General Mechanics. In today's video I'm going to be doing the brake discs and pads on my Mrs. Micra. As you can see, the discs aren't looking too good. They've got quite a severe lip on the edge of them and her pads are non-existent, but then she's had the car nearly 3 years and I've not touched the pads or the discs because they were done I think about a year before we brought it, so they're probably well overdue now. It doesn't matter what discs you use these discs here. The part number for the Micra is 40206-5F001, and that is Micras from 95 until 1998. And like I say, they're not that expensive. I think these are $8.99 a disc. So the discs I never really worry about what make. You can use whatever you want, but pads I will always say use Brembos. These are £19.50 a box. They are just the best. I swear by Brembo brake pads. I know it's only a 1.1 micro, but who cares? It's got a set of Brembos on it. It's going to stop. So let's get to it. Let's get the caliper off, I think. We're going to need a 12mm for the caliper. I'm being really gentle with these bolts because sometimes they can get seized up and they don't always want to go. Like this one, you just got to be really careful. And that one's gone all right. To the bottom one, and that one went surprisingly well. I'm just going to slide the caliper off. Oh yeah, definitely well overdue, these pads. Okay, right, okay. So to get the piston back in the caliper, you can use a wind back tool. I'm just using a pair of Stilstons. I have done this quite a few times now, so I'm quite confident. You just got to make sure you put a lot of pressure on the actual piston itself. Just keep going until she's all the way in, and there we go. Now I've just noticed I've got some copper grease on the actual piston itself, but I'm not too worried about that. Not worried about that at all. Use a bungee cord just to keep it up out the way, and you keep all the pressure off of this flexible hose here. So let's get the carrier off now. These are 17mm. I tend just to do it with a spanner because of the access isn't very good on the Micras. I always do it up first and then undo it. That just helps break the nut loose, especially if it's seized on there like these are. Like I said, you haven't been touched in 4 years, so as you can imagine, they're not the best. the same again with these ones. That one's alright. Just check the sliders, and they're all alright. When you're putting stuff back together, definitely use copper grease. I won't be using it today because I can't find it. Always put a little bit of copper grease on the backs of the pads and on the back of the disc. Just helps with any squeaks. So I will be coming back in here in a couple of days to put a bit of copper grease on the backs of the pads, but until I can find it, I have to go without for the minute. I think altogether it worked out £47 altogether for the disc and the pads. And there we go. One set of skanky pads, one skanky disc. Now what you want to do is just make sure you give your hub a clean so the disc sits on straight. Nothing worse than the disc going on top of some rust or some dirt or something and not sitting straight. Gives you a good opportunity as well to get rid of any rust scale you have around the hub and any dirt. Gives you a good chance to check the bearings as well. They feel alright. Right, okay, so old pads, slide them out of the carrier like so. Like that. Now the carrier, I will always say give it a clean, just take off any of the dirt and the dusts on there. Make sure you don't actually hit on the actual the carrier stops that hold the pads into place. Just make sure you give it all a good clean. You don't have to go mad, but I just like to make sure I get some of the road grime off. Okay, on the backs of the old pads you're going to have some shims. These shims stay with the car, so you need to get the old shims off. Usually you can just get your fingernail in the back and take them off, but this one is a bit stuck on, so I will just use my Stilston's just to pry it off. The old shim should come off in a minute. Don't want to. There we go, there she goes. There you go. So that's one shim. I would say, just so you don't get confused, put the shims on as you're going, really. So just scrape off any dirt that's on the back so they sit flush. Get the new pad, which doesn't come with a shim, hook it over the back, place it, and then all you need to do, I'll do it before I place it. The little tangs on the back, just make sure you bend those back so it locks down onto the top of the shim, onto the pad, sorry, like so. And this shim's a little bit more looser than the other side. Wondering if these are a replacement set. That's it. So that's one shim on. We come to the other shim, which is filthy dirty, so I'm just going to spray it with some degreaser. Go and clean that off a minute. Boy, that shim was dirty. So take your new pad again, slap the shim on, sticks on. And then what you need to do is take your carrier, put the pads in from the back. As you can see, they're going in from the back now. It does take a bit of jiggery pokery, but get there in the end. That's it. I've already made a mistake because I'm putting the wrong pad on the wrong side. So we won't be doing that mistake again. Right. This one's a bit tighter than the other side, I must say. The other side went on a lot smoother than this. Don't know why they're not going on as smooth. So that's that one in. Oh, there we go. Right, that's one in. Get the other one, slide it in plus. It doesn't matter how far down you go, because when you put the disc on, that locates the pads more straight into the carrier, but that's what they look like once they're in. So what we do is we grab our new disc, and then what you do is make sure you get the like a special film off of it that comes on it when you buy them, stops them from rusting. Go and wipe that off. And pop the new disc on. And you want to pop the carrier back on. Just make sure your pads are sort of roughly straight and not falling out like mine. I think my carrier might be a bit bent actually. I'm going to put you guys on hold a minute while I just sort out this carrier. Hi everybody, welcome back. Right, I had to take the carrier into my man room and I had to bend it back. Part of the clip that holds the pads in had bent, so couldn't do it outside because my vice is inside. So I'm just doing the carrier back up now. You can really do with a car hoist, I think. Nice, great big hoist. Get the car higher off the floor. Now you don't need to go crazy tight with these, just make sure they're buttoned up and they are snugged home. That's all you need to do. You need to do them right up hand tight first. Okay, carrier time now. caliper time, sorry. Right, take our bungee back out. Make sure that the slider is in the right position to accept the caliper. There we are. Find where I put the bolts. There. You can put a bit of copper grease on these as well. That just stops them seizing up in the future. So I will be coming back to this job. And then what you want to do is, for a few days afterwards, just take it easy until the pads bed in. Pump the pedal a few times. There's no reason to bleed the brakes because you've undone nothing. Because we pushed the piston back with our Stilston. But if you do struggle to get the piston back, undo the bleed valve and just put a piece of fish tank air hose on the end of it into a bottle. You can refer back to my video of how to make a brake bleeder, and just shove that on the end and then open it up, which will take the pressure off, and you'll be able to push the piston back a lot easier. So if you are struggling to do it with the valve shut, I would say just do that and you'll be a-okay. So once you're done, go into the car, pump the pedal 10 times until it's rock hard, and you know that your brake pads are nice and seated in their carrier properly. Don't worry on the micros if your disc is doing that. They don't have any screws to hold the disc down. It's held down purely by the force of the wheel. So please don't panic. I've had people come to me in the past saying, oh, my disc is wobbling about. Don't panic, the wheel holds it on. And that's it. That's how you change your disc and pads on a Micra in 17 minutes. So I hope you like this one, guys. This is John Mechanic, signing off.